Before we begin, I would like to state that I do have a Patreon. It is in the link in the description below and is also as the pinned comment. And this tier list is also very opinion based. I just want to point that out just to help you guys out. So let's get this all started and welcome to the tier list of how I feel about the characters overall. Ladies and gentlemen, you guys have asked for a tier list for the Dragon Ball Sparking Zero characters because you guys value my opinion, which is psychotic. So we are going to be making a tier list in real time of the characters. I'm not going to go through every single character and play them. I'm just going to tell you my opinions on them and how I function with them and how I feel about them as characters in the game, as I have already multiple times over talked about every single character in the game. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the background kit stuff. There seems to be a fire going on, but we don't care about the fire. We care about getting this tier list out the way. Am I right, fellas? That's what we love to see. So we're going to make a tier list with all the characters and have it be fun and gentle and kind and fair. So I'm just going to go to training mode to show off the DP cost. The way I value a character is based on not just skill set, but DP cost and the value they bring to the team overall as a character. I don't consider things such as if somebody knows how to play them. I consider simply just how they feel overall as a character and their skill set overall. That's how I'm gonna rank and tier the characters. So I'm gonna remove everybody from this tier list and just go through the entire list and talk about each character one by one, and we're gonna go through the list and I'm gonna make the list as it goes on, and we're gonna get this on and cracking. So first off, we have Mr. Hercule, Mr. Satan, this guy. Mr. Satan is always in any team going to be a character that just sucks. He is a bad character. He is meant to be a bad character. That is the entirety of what he's meant to be. He is not supposed to be somebody you main. It's fun to main him. It's fun to have this thought process of, I'm going to main Hercule, and that's fine. That is dandy. To just want to main Hercule, that is all dandy. To just say, I'm going to main Hercule, and he's going to be the only character I pick. And if you can play Hercule and main him, by all means. But if you want to actually play a character that isn't basically a meme character, then by all means, Hercule is not the character for you. I do not recommend Hercule as your main pick when playing a character. I just don't recommend him at all. I recommend Hercule to be on DP teams as somebody you have just in the background, somebody you have to fill out the team. He's the only one DP character, so he's able to get a team of, let's say you're running 2 5s, you can get 2 2s, and you're at 14. A 5 5 2 2, that's 14. You can run Hercule to fill out a team of 5. That's a great way through. I'm going to consider him to be mid-tier. He will be forever mid-tier for how many rankings I give him. He is always going to be mid-tier. This is such a claustrophobic mess, it's hard to see everything, but it's right here. He will be mid-tier. Because he's not horrible. He's not insanely horrible. He's a good filler out for DP teams. In single battle mode, he's basically worthless. Now then, we have the one and only Chaozu. This is the character that everybody is going crazy about. Everybody's saying, oh, Chaozu's crazy. I'm going to win the game with Chaozu. I consider Chaozu low tier. I'm not going to let anybody. He has 2 bars. He's okay. He doesn't have that much animations when he moves around, so he's a little bit confusing to go against. He's fast, he's small, and people can't really see his moves, but he's fun to use in DP battle mode. His final in his own life technique is a little bit strange, but he has a Ki Blast that stuns the opponent. I'm going to put him in low tier because I don't consider him to be that good. Frieza Soldier, to me, is better than Chaozu. In terms of overall usability, in terms of what he has with full power charge, which gets him a full power charge goes into an animation that shows him going into full power charge, which is really, really good. I consider Frieza Soldier to be good, and you can pick 5 Frieza Soldiers. You can pick as many Frieza Soldiers you want to because he's just back there. I consider him low tier indefinitely. He's just low tier. Godo is great. Godo to me is better than Chaozu simply by virtue of he has an insta sparking. I love Goldo. Goldo is good. To me, I consider Goldo to be one of the greater characters in the game. A lot of people will disagree with me and say that he is not one of the greater characters in the game. I consider him to be one of the greater characters in the game. So for Goldo, we're actually going to put him around high tier because of his low DP costs. Now, if you're looking in terms of single player mode, there should be 2 separate tier lists, but I'm not going to do that. I'm talking about overall value of a character. His value of a character is insanely high because he rounds out the entire Ginyu Force team, especially if you're running a Ginyu Force team. Now, these 2 Master Roshis are 2 entirely separate characters. This Master Roshi is crazy. This Master Roshi has Afterimage Strike and False Courage, giving him a little bit of boost. He has Thunder Shock Surprise, which is very good against giants because he's small and people can't see him. And he has Evil Containment Wave, which damages himself, but it's a funny move to end the match with. I consider him to be one of the greater characters in the game because he is attached to this character as well. If you start off with the 2 DP Master Roshi, you start off with him, he starts off with 3 health bars. 3 health bars. Those 3 health bars, if he goes down to 2, you can go ahead and transition to him and have Afterimage Strike. This character is just good in general. He has a good rush move. The original Kamehameha is good, and the max power Kamehameha does a decent amount of damage. He's just a fun power character. Now, a lot of people keep asking what a power character in the speed type is. Any character that's big and bulky and attacks slower to me is a power character. Any character that is good with perception striking and doing things like that is a speed type character. I do not know all these speed and power type characters. That's just what I was told once, and I've been sticking to it. So Master Roshi and regular Roshi are going to be top tier for me based on their value alone. Cyberman is okay. I have not many opinions on Cyberman because I feel the same way about Cyberman that I feel about Chaozu. I feel exactly the same about these 2 characters. About the same value. You can pick multiple. Same as Frieza Soldier. I consider them to be about low tier. Spopovich is really good. I am surprised how good Spopovich is. I am over the moon and shocked about how good Spopovich is. I thought he was going to be horrible. I'd put him in the same tier as Mr. Satan. He's mid tier. He doesn't have many beam projectile moves. Most of them are rushes, but he does have an unguardable rush, which makes him really good. He has a lot of moves that boost his attack in general. He is really good with just how he is overall. He has his own version of False Courage, which gives him a good defense boost. He's a great character to have just as a bottom dollar pick. Sad we didn't get Yamu. Not many games actually run Yamu. I think only one game I've ever played has ran Yamu. Universe 2, I think, ran Yamu. I don't really recall. Videl's good. I hate Videl, but she's good. She has extremely low health, so if you're good at moving around and being fast, she's a speed type character. This is a power type character. If you're good at moving around and being really fast, she has Afterimage Strike and an instant sparking. She's okay. I don't hate her. She doesn't have that many projectile moves, so she's horrible against giants, and there's a lot of giant spam in this game. So I would say Videl is considerably a higher tier character just based off of her value alone because she's 2. Yajirobe is a top tier. Even with his recent nerfs of his beans costing 6 and him starting off with less bars and less health, he's still a top tier. He's still a reputable top tier character. That doesn't change. He still gets a full heal. He still gets a full heal. If you're good with Yajirobe and moving around, if you're just good at the technical skill of the game, Yajirobe is a good character. And this is where I feel about all the 2 DP characters. This is where I'm at on my mindset of how I feel about the 2 DP characters so far. This is where we're going to start getting into more characters that actually matter. Babidi is the worst 3 DP. He should have been 2 DP. He is the worst 3 DP character ever. I think he's garbage. I think there's no redeemable qualities about Babidi at all. There's nothing good about Babidi. I can't find a single redeemable quality at all about Babidi. I can't find a reason to pick him. I can't find a way to make him good. I consider him complete trash. He's garbage. He's hot water. He's hot dog water. He's garbage. Burter is godlike. Burter for 3DP is insane. For 3DP, you could beat a Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta with Burter. He's fast. He's weird. He has after him is regularly. If he had after him is strike, he might be above top tier. He's just insane. He's an insane character. For 3DP, he feels like a 4DP character, and that's nuts. In single battle mode, I've seen some Burters doing serious work. He's nuts. He's crazy. Cell Jr. is definitely worth the 3DP. You can pick multiple Cell Juniors. You have a team of 5 Cell Juniors. He's worth the entirety of what he is. Simply by virtue of the fact of Super Kamehameha, he does a good amount of damage. He should have more health. I just feel like he should have more. I believe he starts with 2.5 bars. If he starts with 3, I'm wrong. That's okay. He is a great character. He's soft. Very soft. I feel like, this is just me, he should be able to damage giants. That's just how I feel. I consider him to be a good mid-tier character. Cell Jr. is an okay character. He's right around mid-tier. Kui. Oh, this is Kui. Kui sucks. Kui is one of the worst examples of a character destroyed I've ever seen. In Budokai Tenkaichi 3, I feel like he was a lot better. I'm happy he's in the game, but I feel like this slot should have been put to another 1DP character. I feel like Jocko could have been 1DP or something like that. I'm upset about how bad he is, so he's trashed here. He's really, really bad. He's horrible. I don't like any of his movesets. False Courage sucks. His sleep takes too long. Any character with sleep is not that high viable to me. Even Kid Buu, who has sleep, just isn't that high of a viable character. So we have Dodoria. I insulted Dodoria earlier on. I really did. In my other video about this game, I didn't really think Dodoria was somebody that was worth the time or effort. Dodoria is a good character. I think Dodoria is fun. Chomo Kaho, that move, which is a mouth beam and the Dodoria head ram, good combination, an unblockable and a beam. Just a good combo of moves. I consider him a solid mid-tier, just solid. 3DP is a lot. This character is godlike. Not many people are playing as Gohan. Insanely goated. Just an insane character. After him is Strike, Super Unyielding Spirit, which is the instant sparking, Masenko, Wild Rush Blaster, 3DP. This is what I consider to be a great 3DP character. No transformations, which is fine. It would have been fun if he just had an initial great ape. That would have been funny. A 3DP character that's a giant, that would have been crazy. That would have shook up the meta insanely. People will be picking him off virtue of him that alone. But I'm gonna put him as high tier just because of his skill set. Go-to teen. Okay, he's a good character. I want to put him as top tier, and a lot of people question why I put him as top tier. A lot of people are gonna question that. I think he's good off After Image Strike and False Courage, and the fact that even though he can't fly, his ground game is nuts. His charge time is insane. Small Roshi and him have some of the highest charge times right next to Hercule. The charge time is just nuts. It's psychotically fast. I don't get why it's so fast. I consider him to be a top tier. Just top tier character. Jace is one of my favorites. I don't know if he's actually good. This is gonna sound crazy. I play him and I'm good with him. I think people can't read his moves because his punch combination looks weird as hell. I don't know if he's actually a good character, though. I have no idea. I consider him to be great. I consider him to be up there with Birder because he's 3. I consider Birder to be a little bit better, but I like Jace more. Personally, I like Jace more, but I consider Birder to be a little bit better. That's just where I'm at. Krillin is perfect. Just spread energy wave, Kamehameha that you charge, chain destructo disc, fun moveset to play around with, speedy character, fun to get around. Can't damage giants though, but still, he doesn't need to. He's great. His solar flare can get you away in a really tough or hairy situation. Solar flare does not work on characters with glasses. Doesn't work. Doesn't work on Master Roshi, but if you braid the glasses, it does work. Krillin is, to me, an example of a great 3DP character, same with Kid Gohan. So for Krillin, for the bold miscreant himself, I'm going to put Krillin at a tier of high. I'm putting him a high tier. Put him right there with Gohan. Put him a high tier. Just right there. Nappa sucks. Say it right now. Nappa sucks. He costs 4DP. Sorry, 3DP. He has 4 bars, is what I meant to say. But we have a better Nappa. There's a better Nappa, and that's Raccoon. Because he has a better version, I'm putting him low tier. We have a better version of Nappa, and that puts him lower. He has no good moves. He has nothing great. His moves have horrible tracking. They're not good. He's fun to play. His skill set is fun to look at, but it's just, he's not worth the investment. Pan is just better Videl. Wherever I have Videl, I should put Pan. Pan is just better Videl. She is just better Videl. That is all she is. Sand Spirit is not, and this is sparking. Sand Spirit is just a general buff to her as a character. She is just better to Videl. Why is she a better Videl? She has beam moves. That's it. She has a beam moves. Because of her beam moves, she is a significantly, and I mean significantly, better Videl. I still put her as a high tier because, you know, she's not anything to write home about, but still, she is just a better Videl. That's where she at and operates that. Raditz. Oh, G. Willikers Raditz. I am upset only because his moves are not called Saturday Crush and Double Sunday. That is it. That is the only complaint I have with this character. Everything else about this character is flawless. He is the most default 3DP character I've ever seen. He is just a default 3DP. So for Raditz, he himself, I'm going to put him at about the top of mid tier. Raditz has a instant sparking, which always is good for me. Sand Spirit, which is just a general buff. Energy Crash, fun moveset. He's just great. Overall, just a great character. He's just a solid default good character. He's what you strive to be as a character that wants to get picked. Recoome is above and beyond. Recoome has False Courage, which is a good thing to give him a little bit of armor. He has instant sparking. His fighting bomber, his big move like that, is great, especially after a grab. His grab slams you deeply into the ground. And if you use Recoome fighting bomber after that, well, that's just free money. That's just free money. Surprisingly good against giants. Pretty fast for a power type character. A fast power type is always good. He's just great. I have no complaints about anything about Recoome. He's one of the characters I consider to be one of the perfects in the game. He's high tier. He's high tier for sure. I love him deeply. The reason I'm not putting him in top tier is because, this is going to sound crazy, I feel like if he had Explosive Wave, he'd be better. I just feel like if he had Explosive Wave, he'd be better. I initially had no good opinions on Explosive Wave, but Explosive Wave has got me out of too many sticky situations to hate on it. I don't like this version of Zarbon. I think the other Zarbon is significantly better. I think other Zarbon is just better. Other Zarbon has the skill sets of Wild Sense and a full power, which is basically Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta's skill set. I consider this Zarbon to not be that good. I like that he's a power character though. He doesn't get any health for starting in this form. He should get health. So I'm going to put him in low tier, and I'm going to put the other Zarbon in high tier. Because they're still 3DP, they're worth the cost. Yamcha sucks. People have told me that just because of his instant sparking, he's great. If he had after him his strike and power up to the very limit, he'd be better. His skill set is fun. Spirit Ball is hilarious to get off. It clashes with most unblockable moves. I don't consider him to be that great. Krillin to me is better. And that's crazy coming from me considering I'm an instant sparking little bit of a scoundrel. I think Krillin is a better character just because of the utility. I'm not going to consider him garbage though. I don't think he's good, but I don't consider him garbage. I'm not good with him, but that doesn't mean you can't rise to the occasion with him. I've seen great Yamcha, so I'm putting him in mid tier. That's how I feel about him. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we are getting to the 4DPers. And I want to state this right now. I have very little issue with Android 19 and Dr. Gero. Android 19 and 20, not that much issue. I don't have that much issue with them. I really don't. The grab is what makes these characters insane. So for both of them, I have to put them at top tier because many people don't know how to deal with them. And if you can break grabs, they're not that big of an issue. You're worrying about the looming threat of a grab, and they drain really fast. They drain your health and your ki. They drain it really, really fast. However, with the combination of False Courage, it still isn't that crazy for me. But that's me personally. I think giants are significantly more dangerous than these two androids. So these two androids, Saiyan, same thing. They play about the same for me, just in general. I think 20 is better than 19 though. I think 20 is better than 19 in my opinion. Why is that? I like looking at Gero more. I like his moveset more. This comes down to a matter of personal preference. Bardock, however, Bardock is perfect. Bardock is the best 4DP character I've ever seen in my entire life. Bardock is a GOAT. Bardock is top tier. Bardock has the fastest instant sparking in the entire game. He's goated. Dr. Wheelo is... People are going to complain about it. He's a top tier 4DP. I consider, in terms of non-giants, Bardock to be the best 4DP because of his skill set with the instant sparking and his moves with beams and a rusher technique. 2 beams and a rush, something to write home about. I will send a carrier pigeon home to write about that. Dr. Wheelo cannot charge. He is a smaller giant. He is able to get combos out a little bit faster. He's a little bit speedier than most other giants. He is. He has an instant sparking and a barrier. He's a little bit crazy. People are complaining about him. Understandable. Understandable. I get it. I'm picking up what you're putting down. I'm grasping it. I'm picking up your food and putting it down. I get it. I really do. And he's low cost. He's worth everything. He's just annoying and people don't like dealing with him. That's pretty much it. Now I skipped Ginyu. I apologize for that. We're going to go back to Ginyu and look at Ginyu right quick. Ginyu cannot body change with giants.
I consider him high tier because he completes the Ginyu overall, but he can't body change with giants. He's a good character. Galaxy Dynamite, body change, all this stuff. If he's fighting against someone regular, you get it's a free body. That's a free body. You get that off, it's unblockable. You got it. You got it. Get him on the ground after a grab. Oh, it's over. You got it. You're flexing on somebody with their own character. That's just disrespectful. Ginyu has always been a character like that. We love to see it. This Gohan, adult, is significantly worse than Teen Gohan. His skill set overall is bad. He's not a bad character, but he has a better version in the same tier, and I don't like him for that. I feel like they should have just, even all of his forms, every single one of his forms. Just I'll put SSJ as high tier actually, because that is just a better form. The SSJ 2 is worse than SSJ 1. Let me explain why that is. I gotta explain, because you're not gonna understand what I'm talking about when I say that. So this is SSJ 1. He has Bro's Kamehameha. Bro's Kamehameha is an unblockable. And full power charge is just good to have. Explosive wave is good to get out of sticky situations. That's just good all around, right? That's just good all around. However, his upgraded version, when we go to the Super Saiyan 2, this version right here, he has an instant sparking. Super Kamehameha is not an unblockable. Super Explosive Cannon kind of sucks. Super Explosive Flash Strike also kind of sucks. His moves also get a little bit of a speed boost. And he has Explosive Wave to get out of sticky situations. However, I would argue, depending on preference, I would argue that, this is going to sound crazy, I would argue that a unblockable ultimate attack is better than instant sparking. I would argue that. But this comes down to a matter of pure personal preference overall. It's really, it's deeply personal preference. But in terms of single battle mode, I would never pick him. I just wouldn't pick that Gohan. I just wouldn't pick him. He wouldn't be a pick that I would just have. He wouldn't be somebody that's like, oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna pick Gohan adult. I'm never picking him. I'm never picking him. Teen Gohan's a top tier. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Teen Gohan's crazy. Teen Gohan is nuts. He's worth the cost. He's worth the investment. Super Saiyan 2 is top tier. Everything about him is top tier. Everything about base Teen Gohan, every Teen Gohan is good. Every single Teen Gohan is good. Actually, Super Saiyan Teen Gohan is not good, but Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, I'll put them both in high tier. Super Saiyan 2 Gohan is what you're trying to get to. You're trying to get Super Saiyan 2 Gohan with this one. And that is what makes him good. Him himself is high tier. He's fun. He's okay. Wild Sense is great to get out of sticky situations if you're losing and getting out the way. It's fun to have. Super Masenko is not bad. But he is a stepping stone to get to a much better character. Goku Daima is not bad. He's 4. He's okay. I wouldn't pick Mini Goku. I just wouldn't. Sleep sucks. He's a character. He's a character for sure. The 4DP is You know what I mean? He's for 4DP. He's just a character. He's one of the characters of all time. That's what he is. Sorry about my nose right now. I'm going through a horrible time right now. I am not going to edit out my nostril noises though, so just enjoy that. I can. He's mid tier. I play with Daima a lot. He can fly. I guess he's okay. He should have Kamehameha. Like, right? Shouldn't he have Kamehameha? Like, he should just have Kamehameha. I feel like he should have Kamehameha. I like the power pole stuff. That's cool, but This is a better Goku. Goku early, better Goku. I think if you just want to play with Goku, he's fine. He doesn't have anything crazy. He has a small Spirit Bomb. Kaioken is fine. Kaioken attack is a good rush move, and Kamehameha is a good rush move. Nothing to write home about. He's mid tier. He's okay. I would consider the same tier as Goku Daima. He's the same tier. They're both. He's better though. He's like a slight bit better. Goten's good. If you pair him with Trunks and get Gotenks, it's fine to do that. Him by himself, even with his Super Saiyan form, isn't bad. He's mid tier. He's an okay character. He's okay. He's just okay. He's fast. He's reliable. His charge is good. Boulder Toss Barrage is something Giants get caught up by. He's okay. He is an okay character. I don't hate him. Not much has really changed in my opinion about him after all. He's okay. So Goten I would put right mid tier. That's where I feel about Goten. Same with his Super Saiyan form. He's really just a stepping stone to get to a fusion character in DP battle mode. But singly, he's not horrible. Great Saiyaman sucks. I thought Justice fighting pose was an instant sparking. I thought his pose, none of his things are instant sparkings. He should have an instant sparking. Great Saiyan Man is garbage. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I don't like Great Saiyan Man. If you really like flexing on people and just being goofy, his skill set is a bit hard to read for a lot of people. He's fun to do that with. But if you know Great Saiyan Man, I'm putting him low tier. I really am. King Code's low tier too. King Code, I wanted him to be good really bad. I really did. I wanted him to be godlike. I wanted him to be really good. I played him and I lost 4 ranks. I lost 4 ranks. Like just 4 whole ranks trying to play with him. I can't find a reasonable reason to play him. Explosive Wave is good to get out of sticky situations. That's fine. Super Explosive Wave is okay. His Rush incorporates Mecha Frieza. He's just a character. I don't like. He's trash. He just sucks. Now, I insulted Lord Slug. I said he couldn't make it to the D1 League. Lord Slug is crazy. Finger Beam costs 2, and it does a crazy amount of damage. It costs 2 bars, does a crazy amount of damage. Darkness Eye Beam isn't anything to write home about. Power of Darkness is a rush move, and he can turn to a giant. His giant form isn't crazy, but he does get a bar of health back, and he is a giant. Like, you gotta understand, he still is a giant. That's still a thing. You can just play with a giant and play with him. But Lord Slug by himself, I'm gonna have to put Lord Slug in high tier. Lord Slug is high tier simply because he's giant. He's a giant character. His initial form has a very interesting moveset. He plays very fast and heavy at the same exact time. Very medium character. Very good. Nail sucks. Nail sucks. He has instant sparking. That's fine. I would rather pick this Piccolo, who does not have instant spark. Actually, I'm not sure if he has instant sparking at all. I'm not even going to check if he has instant sparking. I'm just going to tell you right now. I'm not going to check that. I am going to tell you, though. Hold on a second, let me check something here. I am going to tell you that I do appreciate this Piccolo a lot more just based off skill set alone. I like Paralyzed Beam a lot more. I, however, think that this Nail is not good. Now, do I consider him bad? No. I would consider him mid-tier for sure. I consider these two interchangeable. It really depends on preference. Super Garlic Jr. is a heavy character. I feel like Makio Star should recover health, give him an instant sparking, and give him a buff. That's how I feel. That's just me. Because he has nothing else to write home about. Darkness Illusion is unblockable and unreactable. I think it may be the only move I found that is like that besides maybe Big Broly. It is a crazy move. But you got to be right in someone's face. Like right in someone's face to do it. Death Impact is a beam that does basically nothing. And Dead Zone is garbage. It's a rush move. He should just toss the Dead Zone at somebody and be unblockable. That's what it should be. Super Garlic Jr. He's low tier. I don't hate him. I play with him a lot. He's fun. He's just low tier. Tapion deserves better. Tapion is my favorite character right next to Pure Evil Boo. I love Tapion. You will never in your life see a more dedicated, more wholesome, more feral love of Tapion than this man right here. Me, right here. And I'm going to have to put him at low tier. I'm not going to lie to you. He has nothing in his kit. Nothing in his kit that makes him worth it. I can't find anything. Hero Salute sucks. After Image is garbage. Brave Slash does significantly less damage than it did in Budokai Tenkaichi 3. It should be unblockable. I'm not going to lie to you. It's Sword Slash. Should be unblockable. Brave Sword Attack sucks. Brave Cannon is horrible. He should be able to turn into Hirudegarn. That's how I feel. I'm putting him low tier. I'm putting him low tier. I hate to say it. Tien's crazy. Tien's godlike. Tien's Neo Tri-Beam, if you can get the first hit off, will do such a stupid amount of damage to somebody. And I know I haven't been talking about the DP cost because we're in 4s. He's worth the 4. Oh, he is worth the 4. Oh, by all means, Tien is worth the 4. G golly willikers, he is worth the 4. He is worth it more than anybody I've ever seen. Put my boy in high tier. He's great. He's worth the 4. This Trunks is not bad. He's the same as Goten. I have the same opinions I have about Goten I have about this Trunks. Same exact. Even with his Super Saiyan form, he's a stepping stone for Gotenks. That's how I feel about him. He's not horrible, but he's not anybody that I'm desperately saying, oh, you definitely have to play Kid Trunks. If you want to play with Gotenks in DP battle mode, that's where I'd put him. But in single battle mode, He's not good either. He's not anything to write home about. It would just be to play Gotenks. It would be better off playing Gotenks unless you really like Kid Trunks, unless he's your favorite character. I would play this Trunks in single battle mode. This Trunks deserves After Image Strike. I feel like everybody that has After Image, I'm just going to say they deserve After Image Strike because there's a big discrepancy between those two moves. After Image costs 2, After Image Strike costs 3, but I feel like we could just bump them up to After Image Strike. We can do that, right? His Instant Sparking is good. His transformation is godlike. He has Lightning Storm Slash, which is, I believe, an unblockable. He's really good. He's just a great character. For 4 DP, he's great. Not better than Bardock, but for 4 DP, he's crazy. He's nuts. He's just a great character. Also, guess what? He beat Frieza. I consider him a high tier just because his cost is low and he's fun. Both the characters are about the same tier to me. Both of the versions of him are good. I want to love Turles. I want to love Turles so bad. I want Turles to be good more than anybody on the planet. Kill Driver's fun. Full power energy wave combo. Great. Meteor Burst is one of the rawest looking moves. His skill set's really fun. This is the original Evil Goku right here. Original Evil Goku. Fruit of the Tree of Might has the same issue as the Makio Star. It should give you instant sparking. It should just give you instant sparking. And it should heal you. And it should give you all bonuses. I feel like that would make him a better character. But I'm going to have to put him right where I feel about his contemporary, which is going to be around the low tier. I don't consider him to be anybody that I would go out of my way to pick. I would much rather pick Bardock or Vegeta Scouter or somebody like that. I would just pick somebody else. It's just sad. I'm having an issue finding him right now. I'm not just looking at this like a psychopath. I found him. There he goes. He's just a character. Oob is the best thing to grace this planet. Wild Sense, which is great for beginners to get out of sticky situations, and Power Up to the very limit. A Rush and a Beam move, so it's good against Giants, and Super Explosive Wave. The only thing holding this back and why I'm putting him mid-tier is because he transforms into Majub. That's the only reason. He's by himself a high tier, but because he has Majub holding him back, I'm putting him and Majub in mid-tier. Despite them being two separate, actually, you know what? I'm putting Oob in high tier. Screw that. I'm putting Oob in high tier. Majub in low tier. Majub has nothing. Why do I hate Majub? Why do people keep asking me why do I hate Majub? Majub sucks. Majub costs too much. 6 is too much. He has Paralyzed Breath and Mystic Breath. Mystic Breath can stop beam attacks. Super Consecutive Energy Blast sucks. Lightning Arrow is garbage. Majub Beam is an unblockable. But that doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything. He still sucks. He just sucks. His skill set in this one is much better. If you're better at fighting hand-to-hand, brawl-to-brawl combat, his skill set here is significantly better. Vegeta is the best 4 DP character to ever grace the planet. Why? Why is he the best 4 DP character? Why is he top tier right here? Because he can transform into an absolute psychopath. He can turn into a monkey. Giant monkey. He's just great. He has a Rush, a Beam, and a Rush Super. He's great. His initial form would do better with more things, but Explosive Wave is a reference to when he was yelling and he was angry and upset that he was getting annihilated. And Saiyan Spirit is just his pride and ego. He's just overall a great character. And his bigger form, hoo-wee, is crazy. I'll get to him when I get to him. You're going to see why he's top tier in a minute. Android 13 is fun to play. Super Android 13 is also fun. They're both fun to play. He gets a health bar back when he transforms. He's fun to play, but he costs so much. You can play with him in single battle mode and have a jolly old time with him. Shout out to Santa Claus, jolly old time. But he is just a mid tier. He's just mid. He's just mid. Same with his bigger form. He's just mid. He's a mid tier. He's just a mid tier. This android sucks. Holy, he's a heavy character. And he can self-destruct. That's fine. He also has, I believe, an unblockable Hell Flash. Or is it Hell's End? One of the two is unblockable. He himself sucks. I don't like Android 16. I think he's low tier. I'm not even going to lie to you. I think Android 16 is low tier. I really do. I think he's not that great. I don't think he's anything to write home about. He costs too much and he's not good in single battle mode. Now, Android 17. Z. If he didn't have a directly better version right next to him, I would put him in high tier. I really would. However, directly next to him is a character that has what he should have. He has finish sign. Finish sign gets him a bonus to his attacks, which is fine. Cool. The same exact moveset, basically the same exact moveset right here, besides Infinity Bullet, is just right here. And feels better. And has instant sparking. That is crazy to me. That is insanity. That's nuts. So to me, she is high tier. To me, she's high tier. She's not top tier, she's high tier. And Android 17 is mid tier, is how I feel, right? That because of the cost and single battle mode, I'd rather, if I was playing singles, I'll play Android 18. This baby, this one, I don't like. As a matter of fact, the baby progression line is kind of weird because I don't like most of the babies, but they transform into grade 8 baby. I'm going to put that baby, this baby in particular, in mid tier. The first baby is going to be in mid tier. That's just where I feel about the first baby. Bergamo's crazy. I hated Bergamo when I first picked him, but I'm beginning to respect Bergamo. Very medium speed for most of his attacks. Bergamo's actually kind of psychotic in sicko mode. I got to give Bergamo respect for Bergamo's due. I'm actually going to put Bergamo in the high tier category, simply because of Bergamo's moveset of Come At Me, which is great. Howl, which gets some instant sparking. Wolfgang Penetrator, which just sounds cool and messed up. I enjoy that. Danger Knuckle, which is a rush move. Wolfgang Penetrator is a beam move. Triangle Danger Beam. He's a solid. You know, I'm putting him in mid tier. He's a solid 5. I'm putting him mid tier. I don't want to gas him up too much. This Bojack is horrible. I want Bojack to be good so bad. Like with my whole chest, I'm like, Bojack can be a really good character. He is not. He transforms into a worse version of himself too, which is horrible. I'm actually gonna put Bojack in low tier, and his full power Bojack also in low tier. I don't think anything's good about Bojack. This is crazy to me. Broly Super is definitely high tier, right? But he's not top tier. He has a better version of himself right here. Same issue here as the androids, with a better version is just directly right next to him. I think Super is significantly worse than this Broly. I felt the super armor in this Broly is more significant than this Broly. Also, I feel like this Broly just has more health. I just feel like this Broly has more health overall and a lot more chances for instant sparking. Their Super Saiyan forms are vastly different. I think this Broly's Super Saiyan form, the first transformation, is significantly better than this one's. But their final transformation at the end of their line, it's got to go to Z Broly. It has to go to Z Broly. I thought, because initial Z Broly is about mid tier, right? This SSJ Broly, we'll get to him, is not anything to write home about. We'll talk about it later. But when we talk about the Brolys, I had assumed that they would be just about even, but they really feel like two separate characters. Like, really feel like two separate characters. And that is crazy. My eyes are glazing over the other Broly so much. I watch myself do it so many times. I'm going to put this Broly in low tier, actually. It don't sound crazy to say that, but I'm putting this Broly... Actually, no, sorry. I'll put him in mid tier. But I consider base Broly to be significantly better. I just consider this base Broly to be significantly better. I just do. Kaba is the worst, most disrespectful, disgusting, ignorant piece of selfish hog trash that I've ever witnessed in my entire life. If I could eliminate Kaba from the human zeitgeist, if I could zero sum his existence, if I could take this Kolyoko, big forehead, nonsensical, disgusting, high puffy Yami-Yumi, weirdo, modern day Saiyan nonsense, weird, disgusting fit, if I could take that from him, if I could take every source of joy from his life hold, I would take him out of here. He's a mid-tier character. He's not horrible. I just hate him. I personally despise everything that Kaba is. Everything that Kaba is, I despise. I really do. He's mid. He's a mid-tier character. Caulifla is in the same sense as the actual as Kaba. They're both very mid-tier characters. They're not anything to write home about. I would say Caulifla is a little bit higher because she can be used to make Kefla, but Caulifla is still stuck with the fact that she is Caulifla. She isn't anything crazy. She also jumps immediately to Super Saiyan 2. Which is a little bit crazy to me. Cell is perfect. He's a top tier. Cell is a better android. Cell is just a better version of the androids. I understand that people's false courage is great. Both form of second Cell and first form Cell are both really good, and they get their health back with every transformation. They're just really good at the game. They're just great characters. They are initially just godlike goated characters. They're fun to play, and they can charge, and I love them. Only thing bad about this Cell is the fact that his final move is garbage. It's hot trash. It is one of the worst in the games. His Super Vegeta, his Majin Vegeta destruction move is garbage. It just sucks. He does go into a much better character though, and that's lovely. Same with the Frieza forms. I love first form Frieza, second form Frieza, and third form Frieza, but I'm gonna have to put them at a much lower tier than everybody else. I really am. I should have added more tiers. Just know that they are mid, but on a lower spectrum of mid tier. All three of these characters are basically the same to me. The issue with this one is that they're squishy and don't have enough health, and they're a little bit slow. Death Ball is a good move, Death Beam is okay, and Punishing Rush is a good move. Pump Up and Psychosis though, not really good skill moves to have. Same with this one, just same thing. Finish Line, Explosive Wave is getting out of situations. Great power character. Hell Freeze is a fun move to use, I suppose that. And then there's this form, which has really good finger beams, but they should go on longer. They really should go on longer. The Ki Blast spam should be really good with this character. Barrage Death Beam is not good. Each Barrage Death Beam should stun you, but you can actually block in between the Barrage Death Beams, which really sucks. High Speed Rush is not that good. Crazy Finger Beam, also not a good move. Also not great. They do go into a much better character. I appreciate that. This trunk should be 4. Lightning Sword Slash is unblockable, and that's fine and dandy, but this trunk should be 4. Having an unblockable is great, but I just don't like the design of this Trunks. He is a high tier character, though. I do hate the design of the Trunks, though. I do consider this Trunks to be a high tier character. Yeah. It's fast, speedy, nothing really bad about them. Just okay, I guess. Future Gohan is goated. Future Gohan is one of the best characters to ever do it. Future Gohan is one of the best in the business. Future Gohan's got like this is just a personal glaze. I love Future Gohan. He's high tier. Just Future Gohan's great. He goes into Super Saiyan mode. Super Saiyan mode makes him significantly better. GT Goku is top tier. Without a shadow of a doubt, GT Goku's top tier. After Image Strike, Solar Flare, I believe his final move is an unblockable, which is godlike. He can also go into Super Saiyan 4. Super Saiyan 4 is just great to transform into. Goated transformation, godlike. Base GT Goku, great character. No complaints. Has so many different transformations for a lot of varying moves. Just top tier. Just top tier character overall. You can just stick to GT Goku and do really good. Goku Super is top tier as well. Goku Super has a lot of unblockables. Goku Super has insta sparking for some odd reason. I don't understand. Instant transmission is really good. It's a great way to get behind an opponent. That's just fun to do. We love that Goku. Great in single battles mode. Most of these characters that are past this are really good in single battle mode. They're just good. They're just solid fundamental characters in single battle mode. That's how they operate. That's where they're at, and I just appreciate them overall. They're just good characters. I have nothing bad to say about them at all. If I can find this Goku, that'd be really good. Here we go. Top tier. Just top tier. Even just base forms top tier. Goku End is actually just high tier. I think the difference between the two is the fact there's a better version right next to him, and his moveset's fun. It's fine, but he has significantly worse moves. I think he's fun to play, but I don't think he's anything to write home about. Also, Super Saiyan 3 Goku feels funky and weird to play. I think that's just me. That's a personal thing. I consider him high tier, though. He's great. Goku Mid is godlike. I just love Goku Mid. I just love Goku Mid because when in Budokai Tenkaichi 3, I mained Goku Mid in Super Saiyan. I just thought he was fun to play. But he's not anything to write home about. He's really not. He's mid tier for sure. He's not anything to write home about. He's not anything crazy. Goku Black is a godlike character. Goku Black might be one of the best characters in the game. Like, he just might be one of the best. Because of his transformation, because of Black Bind, which I'm pretty sure is unblockable, I believe. But he's just unblockable. He is just really crazy. He's nuts. He's a nutso character. His movesets are good. Wild Sense is great. Finish Line's amazing. He can transform into Fusamasu. He's one of the pivotal 5 DP characters that I really care about. We already talked about this Goten. We already on him. This character, this giants are just naturally just good, especially if you know how to use giants, and you can just get behind it if you have a character to get past giants. Howl and Explosive Wave, if you're getting bum rushed by somebody, Explosive Wave is a great way to get out of it. Howl is the instant sparking. Chomako is a great beam move. Chomako Barrage is a 3-piece, that's nice. And Super Gallic Gun is a great move just to get behind somebody and do. It's fun. He's fun to play. The Great Apes are just great. They're just great. Janemba is the worst giant in the game, I think. I think he's just the worst. Illusion Smash is good move. It's very hard to hit off, but it's a good move. Rapid Cannon is okay. He does transform into a much better character, but by virtue of being Janemba, I am so sorry. You have to be a trash tier. There's trash. Kakunsa is not bad. Not bad character. Pretty okay speed, pretty decent, but just mid overall. Just Kakunsa is just a mid character. Very okay damage for most of her techniques. Actually, if we go to the entire trio of Ribrianne, we go to these characters, they're all just about mid tier. Overall, they're not anything to write home about. They're not anything that you would, if you really want to play them in single battle mode, you're more than welcome to. But I don't think they're worth the 5 DP. I really don't. I think they have okay damage and they're okay. They're just very okay. Nothing to really write home about. Same with Kale. I initially put Kale at a much higher ranking because I thought that she would have some, Broly-esque damage or something. If she had better moves and maybe some unblockable, she'd be great. But she might actually just be straight trash. Like, she just sucks. Like, she is just trash. I have nothing good to say about her. She is just garbage. Her moves are very easy to read, if that makes any sense. Everything about her is frail and timid, and just her moveset is very shallow and nothing. It's just nothing. It's just a big nothing. Her skill set isn't even to write home about either. Even in her transform modes, they're not even worth it. The only reason I'd pick her is to get into Kefla if you don't want to pick Kefla base-wise. But Kefla is actually a character I'd argue that I would much rather just pick Kefla as opposed to picking Cauliflower and Kale. I would much rather just start off with Kefla. I think she's worth the DP cost. I'm so serious about that. Piccolo fused with Kami. Initially, I said Piccolo wasn't that good. But False Courage and Wild Sense, if you're not relying on insta-sparking, Piccolo fused with Kami is crazy. I would put him as a pivotal mid-tier. Maybe even, I'll put him at the low end of high tier. That's where I put him. Low end of high tier. That's where I put him. We already talked about this character. He's mid-tier. We don't care that much about him. He has insta-sparking. He's okay. Victory Cannon is basically Final Flash. He's fine. He's fine. He's okay. I would pick him over Goten for sure. I'll pick him over Goten without a shadow of a doubt. This Trunks is somebody that holds near and dear to me. And that's why I can tell you with a shadow of a doubt that he is mid. He is disgustingly mid. He's mid. That's where I'm putting him. He's in mid. The reason I'm putting him in mid is a very simple thing. None of his moves matter. Burning Attack is fine. High Speed Rush is okay. Finish Buster is okay. You're seeing it like a lot of the two ball moves and a rush is fine. Wild Sense is good for things. Explosive Weight. Conceptually, he's a great character. But he has nothing to push him into the higher echelon. He has nothing crazy. His big mode, even his Super Saiyan mode, aren't anything that push him into the higher tiers. He's just a really mid character overall. Vegeta Super, he's not top tier. Besides here, I don't know what it is. I don't think Vegeta Super. I don't think Vegeta overall is a better character fight-wise than Goku. I just don't think he plays as smooth or as well or is as fast or does as much damage as Goku. I just don't think that. So he's high tier for sure, but he's not as good. Same with this early. Same with Vegeta early. Just the same situation. I actually will put him in mid tier. He's just the same. Now Vegeta End, a little bit crazier. He's actually a little bit higher. He's good. He's good. You'll see in his transformations later why he's good. So Zamasu, I remember when I initially made my DP battle list, I said this character was garbage. He's better than Goku Black. He's better than Goku Black base wise. This character's disgusting. This character's nuts. This character might be one of the most disgustingly nuts characters that I've ever played with. He has, and I'm putting him in top tier, by the way. He's top tier. He's in a high end of top tier. He has Immortal Body, which regenerates itself after Image Strike, which allows him to do that. Especially for a 5. After Image Strike for a 5 is crazy. A Divine Steel Blast, that's crazy damage. It's fast. It's all hell. God Slicer, great move. Just a great move. And Holy Light Grenade, all of his moves are great. I initially downplayed him because I think I just had a personal bias of hating him, but he's great. Now, those are all the 5 DPers. We're going to get into the 6 DPers. He should be 5. If you really like him with the Super Electric Strike, Barrier Explosion, all these things, he should be 5. His moveset feels better to play than the other one. He feels fun. He should be 5. He should really be 5. He should just be 5. I like him because he's good to play in single battle mode. By the way, he's godlike to play in single battle mode. I feel like if his android barrier cost 1, he would be worth the 6. That's how I feel. If his android barrier costs 1, he'd be worth the 6. I'm putting him in high tier. He's good. I just don't like him. This disgusting, worthless piece of human trash has Wild Sense and Explosive Wave. This piece of filth with Explosive Wave can get out of a lot of good things. Wild Sense is great for beginners, obviously, but he's just his moveset just sucks. He just sucks. I hate him. I hate him with my whole chest. I hate him with every fiber in my being. I wish he wasn't in the game. I really do. He's a mid tier. He's mid. He's just a mid tier. Cell Perfect Form is a great character. Really good. He's off of the cusp of the other two. If you transform into him, he's a great character to just have as a great and fun moveset. Perfect Barrier shouldn't be that. He should have After Image Strike and Explosive Wave. He would be better if he had that. But he's just fun. Barrage Death Beam isn't anything to write home about. Super Kamehameha should be a rush move here somewhere. It should be perfect like combination or something. It should be something better. So I say mid tier. He's a good character. Cooler's cool. he should really have After Image Strike, because I'm going to keep saying Psychonesis is really good, especially if you want to do Psychonesis into a Death Ball. He should be fine. Or he should be like, he should have I'm better than my brother and have a move that allows him to get Insta Sparking and then have some buffs. That'd be better than After Image, I feel, because After Image is really worthless to have on a character like him. His bigger form is a little bit better in my opinion, but I'm not gonna lie to you, for the cost of 6 DP, I'm putting him in low tier. I think he's just not worth the investment. I initially insulted Deborah. I said he sucked. And I said he wasn't that good. I'm gonna take back that statement. I think he's a good high tier character. Why do I think he's a good high tier character? After Image Strike, Evil Impulse, Evil Flame, Dark Sword Strike. That rush move is crazy. The Evil Flame is psychotic. Evil Impulse is nuts. And his moveset is really fun. He's just a fun character. He's just really fun. He's just fun. Dispo sucks. Dispo really sucks. I have not seen, or at least played against, any good Dispos. I'm happy he's in the game, so I have the option to not pick him. He just really sucks. Dispo is not good. I don't consider Dispo to be a good character at all. Like, just because he's so high up there, he's low tier to me. I don't think he's good. But Frieza Super to me is better than Frieza this one. But Frieza Super is crazy. Frieza Super is crazy in the game. Frieza Super is psychotic to me. I love Frieza Super. Frieza Super is just really good. Why do I love Frieza Super? Frieza Super's high tier, by the way. Frieza Super has Supernova Strike. Nutso move. Great move. Super Death Ball. Much better than regular Death Ball. And Death Beam. Everything is super, and Frieza Super's kit is great. And when they transform to Golden Frieza, I'm pretty sure they get another bar of health and full charge. Just a great character overall. Just fun to play. Just great. Frieza Z. You may not be able to see the subtle difference in these two characters, but one has Barrage Death Beam. it's really a not that big of a difference between the two. Their movesets are, fighting wise, very different. But this one has full power Frieza, and full power Frieza is not a bad character, actually. Full power Frieza actually has an unblockable, I'm sure. I'm pretty sure the unblockable is there. So I'll put this Frieza in high tier as well as the other Frieza. They're both pretty good characters. They're both really good characters. Just great overall. Never pick this character. Ever. I don't have any reason to. There's nothing to pick. There's no reason to pick this character. There's like the Walmart version of Frieza. This character just sucks. I thought I would change my opinion if I played a few matches with Frost, but Frost is still low tier to me. Frost is just garbage. We already talked about the Super Saiyan version of this. This is still pretty good. Final Hope Slash is okay. I would much rather be in the original version than this one, unless you really want that Insta Sparking and really just care about the Super Saiyan form. But the blue aura looks weird, and the character just looks strange. I consider them to be mid tier overall. Just, they're not anything crazy to write home about. And then we get to the Gohans. We talked about these Gohans. We know that this Gohan is really good. Power to the very limit is godlike. This Gohan future is a goated. We love future Gohan. Just a great overall character in every capacity of the word. We love this one. We're gonna put this one actually in the top tier. Just a godlike character. Why? Because I said so. That's why. That's it. Anyways, We already talked about, you know, how good Gohan Teen is, has an instant sparking, super rage start, really good. We already talked about how great these characters are, but we're really just trying to get to SSJ2. Still not that bad of a character, just not anybody that I'd write home about to put in top tier. Still a high tier character though. This Goku, all GT Gokus are good. Every GT Goku is good. Every single GT Goku is good. No bad GT Gokus here. Every GT Goku is at least high tier at the very minimum. This GT Goku, Super Saiyan, full power, wild sense, instant sparking with just those 2 moves. You see those 2 moves on a character, they're probably pretty okay. Goku Super is all around good. Just all around good. Just every Goku Super is great. Sonic Blast is not good though. I don't like Sonic Blast. I think it's a horrible move. The final move is bad. I just think it's not that great overall. Just overall. SJ Goku mid, we're almost there. We'll get to it in a minute. I do want to get to the Super Mario Brothers 2. Put him in high tier though. He's not as good as his original form though. Not as good as his original form. Same with most of the other Gokus. Goku End especially. Put them in mid tier. Like this one right here. Not as good as the original form. The original form feels just better. Now, there is a point of contingency. Instant transmission Kamehameha. I think that instant transmission Kamehameha is very easy to dodge. However, if someone doesn't know you're doing instant transmission Kamehameha, you can catch them off guard deeply. You can really catch them off guard with super instant transmission Kamehameha. Like instant transmission Kamehameha will destroy them. I think that's a fun little mechanic to do to throw them off. That's the only good thing I have to say about that. This one is just this is a really direct Goku. I'm put this one in mid tier too. This is a very direct Goku. This one is just the most direct Goku I've seen. In SSJ3 Goku, I'm putting them as mid tier as well because they're fine they're just fine. They're just fine. They're just a fine character. Oh, they're just okay. Nothing crazy. I love Goku mid so much. I'm just gonna skip with this one and put him at the top of high tier. I love Goku mid. Just the very top of high tier. Goku mid's so fun. Now I'm Angry is so good. It gives you a little bit of a boost with your instant sparking. Wild Sense is so fun. Meteor Smash is a great move just to get off because he rushes in with his foot. It's crazy. Angry Kamehameha is just beautiful. Everything about Goku mid is perfect. I love him with my whole chest. He's done nothing wrong. Gotenks is a great character. I consider him the same as Kefla. They're both okay fusions. They're very mid tier. Kefla, however, when we get to like he has nothing to write home about. He just has a fun move set. He's okay. Tadaan and he's just fine. He's just fine. High speed rush, okay, rush move, full power energy wave, victory cannon, all fine. Hirudegarn is a great giant. Hirudegarn is one of the greater giants in the game. His moveset is funky moveset. Dark Eyes, that's a move that allows you to teleport behind somebody, kind of function like After Image. Not After Image Strike, just After Image. He's a fine, okay character. I consider him to be a high tier. I consider him pretty good. There is nothing that will make me enjoy Kale. This form sucks too. I'm putting this Kale in low tier. I'm putting this Kale in low tier. Let me explain my reasoning why I'm putting SSJ Kale in low tier right quick, just so you guys can understand my reasoning. Wild Sense is an okay move for beginners. Saiyan Spirit is eh. At 6, it's okay. If you play Kale in single battle mode, I guess you're fine if you're good with the moveset. Resistance Blast sucks. Super Explosive Wave is not that good of a move. It's easy to dodge and get out of the way. Limit Break Blaster is garbage. Just trash overall. This is just a stepping stone to get to this one right here. Kefla. Kefla's great. Everything about Kefla's fine. Kefla goes from wearing this into a tank top, I believe. A tank top into a... Testa loses her sleeves. I'll show you that later. You'll see it later, but High Tension is okay for this. Blaster Ball is fine. Gigantic Swing is a great rush move, and Gigantic Burn is fine. This character is interesting. Has always been interesting to me. I consider Kefla to be a great mid tier. Just a great mid tier. Other forms are better. Giant Slug goes sicko mode. Just a character. We already talked about Slug, but nothing to write home about in terms of that. I can't find a reason to like this Boo. Boo Boo Gum is okay. Super Kamehameha is fine. I just don't like this Boo. I don't like the way this Boo plays. I think this Boo isn't anybody to pick up. I consider Boo to be very mid tier. This is my favorite character in the game. This Boo is my favorite character in the game. Does the character have anything good in their kit? Actually, no. I don't like Paralyzed Beam or Mystic Breath. I don't think they're good together. Guilty Flash kind of sucks. I think they're still my favorite character in the game, and I'm gonna have to put them in the low tier. Same with Majub. Where's Majub? Did I put Majub in low tier? Make sure Majub is in trash. Where's Majub at? Oh, if I miss it, I'll miss it. Majub sucks. Mecha Freeze is an okay character in terms of fighting and movesets and just moving around, but their skill set in general is not anything good. I would never pick Mecha Frieza just out of my way. I would never just out of my way pick Mecha Frieza. Just not a character that I feel very invested in, very low tier. I just wouldn't feel invested to pick. Just not worth the cost. Super Baby 1 is somebody I wouldn't just pick off rip. Unless you really like Super Baby 1's fight style and moveset. After Image isn't that good. High Tension is not that good. I consider Super Baby 1 to be a low tier. Just the first version to be a bit of a low tier. Bit of a low pick. Fun moveset. Just not anybody that I pick. Now then, Super Buu is great. Regeneration and Vice Shout are a great combination. Assault Rain. Most people have not been hit by Assault Rain, so they don't know how to get past it. Majin Beam is an unblockable. I didn't know this. Revenge Death Bomber takes down your health. Didn't know that. I'm gonna have to put this character in mid tier just because of the ultimate. Like, just because of the ultimate alone. Great moveset. Can transform into a much better character. So, we finally arrived at you. You. Inexperienced power up is a funny way to phrase it. I don't consider this character bad. Much worse than Budokai Tenkaichi 3. I consider this to be about mid tier. Just an okay, big, bulky character. Same with Super Vegeta. Super Vegeta isn't bad either. I love Super Vegeta. I love playing with Super Vegeta, but just a mid tier character. Just mid tier. Both of the Vegetas, Super Vegeta and this, were just mid tier characters, just overall. Same with this one. Just they're not anything to write home about. I don't have much to say about them because they're not great. Like Burning Breaker and Burning Attack, Heat Dome Attack, they're not great. A lot of rush moves, they're not great. They're fun to fight with, but nothing insane. They're just very mid tier. Very mid tier. And we talked about this Trunks before. I do want to point out that this Trunks does have the Shining Sword attack. It's fine. Burning Heart's good. A lot of burning stuff. Very fun if you don't like the original Trunks, but going from a 4 to a 6 is just great upgrading. If you really like Trunks DP battle mode and you don't want to play single mode, if you do want to play single mode, this Trunks is really good. It's fine. This Vegeta Super is not anything to write home about. I'm gonna say that a lot. I don't really have anything good to say about that one. I really don't. I'll get to them in a minute. I'll cheer them in a sec. I just want to get past these Super Saiyan forms. Vegeta early, not bad. Great skill set overall. This Vegeta and also not horrible. Just the Vegetas I have a big issue with because their skill set feels like they're missing. It feels like they're missing something with their skill set. I don't know what they're missing, but they're missing something. Just something. It feels like they have nothing insane to them. They all feel the same, right? They're all every single one of these Vegetas, besides Majin Vegeta, of course, I'm going to talk about Majin Vegeta. I will talk about Majin Vegeta. Are very mid-tier to me, right? They just feel very mid-tier to me. Just all of them. Just, that's how they feel. Broly Super is better than the other Broly Z. This form of Broly is better than Broly Z to me. This form, specifically, the first Super Saiyan form, I would put it at high tier. Because they have really good beam spam. They have the Howl is a great instant sparking. Sand Spirit is just good. Gigantic Rage is great, and Gigantic Ball, these just good moves. There's good moves. No unblockables though, unlike the other Broly. This Broly sucks. This is my least favorite version of Broly. Bloody Smash is a horrible move, and Trap Shooter it never hits. Eraser Cannon becomes a regular move in the next form of Broly. This is gonna sound crazy. I gotta put this Broly in a little bit of a low tier. It doesn't feel good. This disgusting weirdo. This irritating, agitating. No sparks around him, no drip, no sauce, agitating. Little smirk for some reason. You have the head of a baby, dude. Get up out of here. I genuinely despise this character with every fiber of my soul and being. I wish nothing good to be put upon this earth for this character. I hate them with my whole chest. Trash tier. Get up out of here. Get up out of here. This character should have a Super Saiyan 1 form. Pretty okay moveset. Wild Sense full power. Pretty okay. I just don't like the way the character fights. That's a personal preference, but I'll put them in high tier just in general. I would say it's an okay person to play if you want to make some time to go into Kale or go into Kefla. So, yeah. This is what I was talking about, baby. I actually love this character because of Death Shade or Death Beam, and the health they get just from transforming is actually a little good bonus. Supernova is okay. I consider this character to be pretty good, but they're still low tier. I don't think Cooler is a great character overall. I just don't think Cooler is a great character. I like playing them. That's me. Like, you can make Cooler good. This character is amazing. I am impressed how good this Frieza is. I have all good to say about the character. I'm going to put them in high tier. They're good. Their moveset is fun and fine. They're pretty speedy for a power type character. Nova Strike is unblockable. Death Saucer is nuts and it comes back and loops back around. And I'm the one that will kill you is, guess what? It's an unblockable. Great character. I talked about Bojack before. Pump Up is worthless. Psycho Barrier costs 2. Galactic Tyrant is a horrible rush move. Grand Smashers and Galactic Buster is a move. It's just a move. It's a beam. It's garbage. I like this character a lot just because of the way the character looks like a Super Saiyan. It just looks nutty, like a psychotic. I thought this character was fake for a long time. But same issue I have with Bigger Bojack. Both of these two characters are exactly the same to me. I don't like them. I don't consider them to be good. I just don't. I do consider Super 13 to be a bit better. Why? I prefer playing one with more. That's it. That's the only difference. Gogeta Super, great character. Just a good fusion. Good base fusion. Mid-tier, though. Mid-tier. The Super version is mid-tier. Base Vegeta is just mid-tier. Just mid-tier. Hate this character. just hate him. Just hate him. Perfect character. Love to see it. Explosive Wave. Get him out the way. Perfect character. Fall Sun Kamehameha is unblockable. Love to see it. All forms of GT Goku are good. But Super Saiyan 3s are a bit strange in this game. But all forms are good to me. I think all forms are just overall good. I just think they're all good. That's just how I feel about GT Goku. Now then, this form of Goku is really good. Shenron Aura and Godbind, all good. God Impact is a great rush move. God Kamehameha is all good. And the skill set and moves are actually pretty solid. I would put this character at a prolific high tier. That's where I'd put him. Super Saiyan 3 Goku. Weird character. Just a weird character. Just a really weird character. Yeah, they have instant sparking and it's fine to play with them. They just feel really weird to play. I don't know what it is. I think I put him in mid-tier, right? Yeah, I put him in mid-tier. Not bad. Just strange. Dragonfish should be able to work on Giant. I don't think it doesn't. It just should. Gotenks is just a good fusion. Very mid-tier fusion. I have nothing to truly add to saying he's a mid-tier fusion. Same with SSJ3. Just a mid-tier fusion. This is the best Giant in the game to me. Just overall. Best Giant in the game. There's no complaints about Giant Baby. I think this is just the best Giant in the game. Just overall. Simply by virtue of just the unblockable Gigantic Flame, Super Gallic Gun, Revenge Death Ball Final, Explosive Waves to get out of hard sticky situation, and Howl goes nuts. I want to like this Kale so bad, but they just suck so much. They just suck. They're not good. They have nothing to write home about. They're just trashed here. They're not good. I have nothing good to say about the character at all. This Kale is just a way to get to the next Kale. It's mid-tier. Just a way to get to the next Kale. Kid Buu is my favorite character in the game. I like the movesets, the horrible skill set when it comes to sleep and instant transmission. Super Kamehameha and Mystic Combination are really good. Planetverse is great. I like the skill set of Buu. I think the speed and dexterity of Buu is great. High tier for sure overall. I insulted Majin Vegeta a lot, and a bunch of Majin Vegeta fans came out of nowhere to just say, well, actually, this character is one of the best in the game. This is one of the best characters in the game, actually. You don't know how to play Majin Vegeta. That's the issue. You don't know how to play Majin Vegeta. You actually don't play with Majin. I'm going to say this right now. A lot of characters with these losing health thematic finishers suck. Majin Vegeta costs 7, right? And I tell you this right now. Alright, I tell you this right now. I have tried to play with Majin Vegeta in single battle mode. I have won battles with Majin Vegeta. I really have. I've done great. I've done amazing. And I love Majin Vegeta as a concept. I love Vegeta. I've also missed Final Explosion a lot. I have.
a ridiculous amount of times. And I've seen people without After Image Strike go through the entirety and weave through all of Majin Vegeta's final move. So I say this without a semblance of doubt or anything like that. Majin Vegeta is low tier. He's not good for the cost he cost. He's okay in single battle mode, but he's not worth it. He just isn't. I'm not gonna lie to you here. Metal Cooler is high tier. he's like the best in mid tier. He can't charge, so unless you're really good at playing, you're not gonna be really good with him. Instant transmission is okay. He's just a good rush down character. He gains it passively over time, so it's good to just, I guess, Ki Blast spam with him. I feel like this cell should not be worth 7. Just how I feel. Instant transmission and wall sense are not that good. Perfect rush is okay. Solar Kamehameha is fine. He's not worth 7. He's not worth 7. He's not worth it. He's just not worth 7. I would put him at the low range of mid tier. I wouldn't singly pick him unless you really like Cell. Unless Cell's just your favorite character. Super Baby 2 should be worth 6, but he's not anything inoffensive. He's okay. If you really want a 7 and you love Baby, I would pick him. He's just okay. He's a good mid tier. He's just a good mid tier overall. This form of Majin Buu, right? Super Buu Gohan Absorbed is horrible. Is actually a bad version of Buu. He's actually low tier. He's actually a bad version of Super Buu. However, this one is significantly better by virtue of regeneration and explosive wave, and Galactic Donut Valley is unblockable. Special Move Cannon is not anything crazy. Super Kamehameha is a good move to heal on the ground, but this version is worse. Just the utility of this Buu, this one, Gotenks Absorb, the utility is significantly better. The utility puts him in high tier. Janemba is great if you like Janemba. Understand what I mean by that? If you like playing Janemba, Janemba's great. If you're playing a new character and don't know Janemba, he's mid. He's a mid tier character. That's where he's at. That's just how he operates. Now, I want to point this out. I did insult Shenron, but I have played with him in single battle mode. I have seen the light of day. I have understood him now. And I can comfortably say now, without a shadow of a doubt, with my whole chest, that he's low tier and Omega is a higher tier. I wouldn't play with regular version because Mystic Breath, Explosive Wave all suck and his skill set feels sloppy and big. But Omega Shenron's kind of okay. I'll show you why later. Topo. Topo. A lot of people say Topo. I don't know how to tell you this. When I first watched Dragon Ball Super in the Tournament of Power, they kept calling him Topo. I'm going to keep calling him Topo. I'm just going to keep calling him Topo. It's like when people kept saying Chiaotzu instead of Chaozu. I'm going to keep calling him Topo. So, we're going to keep going. I think he sucks. I'm not even going to lie to you. I think he's low tier. I say it. I think he's low tier. I think he sucks. I think he's slow. I think he's disgusting. I think all of his moves are horrible. I think nothing good about him. I think he's horrible. We'll talk about his big form later. Ultimate Gohan's a great character. This is my mini Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta right here. I consider Ultimate Gohan single battle mode top tier. DP cost, I'd put him on a team. I'd make him work. Like an abusive X. I'd make it work. Still with Vegeta, I'm not really feeling. I'm just not feeling Vegeta. He's a mid-tier character. If you like Vegeta, by all means, I'm proud of you. I don't. This character is everybody's bane of existence. Vegito, I believe, after Image Strike transforming into it, the initial Vegito isn't really that bad. It's like mid-tier for sure, like mid, like right around the middle of mid-tier. Not anything bad, but when he transforms, it's crazy. Now then, we are at the we're at 8, baby. Ani Laza. Ani Laza, to me, is just the best singular giant. Mostly because I get the most wins with Ani Laza on single battle mode. Great character. Not many people play Views of Matsu. Let me get back to this. The Howl is good. Ultrasonic Sensor is amazing. Warp Punch is godlike. Spirit Energy Blast and Destruct. It's just a great character. All the moves are great. Like a better Lord Slug. Just great. Not many people play Fuse Zamasu. This character can regenerate health as a fusion character. Lightnings of Absolution is a great rush move. Blaze Adjustment is good. Holy Wrath is amazing.
The aura of transformation is godlike. I don't understand why people don't play this character. Also, this character has a transformation. This character can turn into Fusamasu, and in DP battle mode, that's actually really good. So that's why I am putting Fusamasu as a top tier. Fusamasu to me is a top tier. That's how I feel. Gogeta Super, fun, fast moveset. I don't think they're a great character though. I think that I think that they're in low tier. That's just me. If you disagree with me, comment and tell me why you disagree with me, and tell me why they're a great character. I haven't been able to make them work. I really haven't. I imagine they're good in single battle mode, but not in DP. And in single battle mode, they're fine, but I wouldn't pick them. This character is great all around. This character is perfect. I love this character's everything. Everything about this character is perfect. 10 times Kamehameha does a crazy amount of damage. Everything about this character is fun. Everything about this character is fine. I'm going to put them in mid tier, though. They are an extension of GT Goku to me. That's how I feel. They're an extension of GT Goku. This version of Goku sucks. This version of Goku is low tier, because there's a better version of Goku just before this one. The other version of Goku is better than this one, is how I feel. I just feel like the other version is better. I feel like the moveset is better. I'm going to put this one in low tier. I'm not even going to lie to you. I don't consider this character to be that good. I think the initial first form of Goku Super is better than this Goku. Unblockable Super in the original form. There's just so many things about this character that is not good. And also, it just got SSB. A little point thing here if you made it this far. I want to point out that I personally feel that this form should be called Super Saiyan God, and that Saiyan God should be called the red form. I think that makes a lot of sense, because the red form has regular hair and this form has actual Super Saiyan hair. That's just how I feel. So, Ultra Instinct Goku is top tier. I don't even know why we're even talking about this one. This form of Goku is top tier. They're just top tier. I can run on DP battle mode with this one and single battle mode. This character is just top tier. This character is great. It took a while to get this one, but instant transmission and instant sparking, is charge beam is outstanding. Black Kamehameha is great. Godly display slash is a lot of damage. Godly Black Kamehameha does crazy damage too. Just top tier. Just top tier is how I feel about the character. That's just my personal thing. That's just how I am. So we're at the end of the list, and True Golden Frieza. This one's good. This Golden Frieza is top tier. I like Frieza's moveset because it's fast and destructive, and the rush move with the great death beam to me does a lot of damage, but it's very hard to get off. Earthbreaker is really good, and True Golden Frieza instant sparking in that, and Wild Sense is just good for newcomers. Just great, top tier to me. I have nothing good to say about this character. I'm gonna put him in low tier. I'm putting him in low tier because their moves are very awkward. Actually, I already put them somewhere, didn't I? I probably put them somewhere. I don't even care where they're at on the list anymore. Just know that my true heart and soul actually is low tier. Wherever they're at right now, hiding from me, that is okay. They can stay there. It's fine. I'm not going to go out of my way to find this character. Hit is amazing. Hit is one of the better characters in the game. I would try to incorporate learning Hit. Hit is a very direct character. A lot of people have an issue telling where the combo is, where Hit is, so they don't know where to counter Hit at, because Hit's moves are very direct. Hit is good. Hit is a good high tier. I love Hit. He's amazing. One of the better characters. Jiren is top rank. He's top tier. He is in his full power mode. He goes crazy. He himself is just fun and fast. He's amazing. Jiren is just goated and godlike. This version of Kefla is really good. This version of Kefla is godlike. Her shirt changes just overall. I know I pointed out her shirt just changes, but she is just good. SSJ2 Kefla is a great character. I'm putting her high tier. You ever just crave Cheez-Its? I'm craving Cheez-Its right now. Omega Shenron. I doubted you. Everybody told me you wasn't going to make the top. You told me they wasn't going to make it. And you know what? I'm happy to say that you're actually high tier. You're actually okay. You're a good heavy character. You're fine. You're great at powering through things. You deserve super armor more than anybody in the game. You really deserve super armor, but you really don't have good super armor or any F at all. He deserves it. I want this character to be really good. I love this character. Personally, I'm putting them at the top of mid tier, but they're not anything to write home about. I think just by virtue of them just having the moves that they have and stuff of that variety, just the drip is insane. But the blue version of this one is just better. The blue version of this one is just the blue version of this one is just better. I apologize. This one's just better. Just feels better to play. I don't know why. It just feels better to play. Now then, Super Vegito. Afterimage Strike, let's go. Love to see it. This is everybody's bane of existence. I consider this character a top tier. Mostly because people have an issue with Afterimage Strike, myself included. Now, Topo, whatever you call him, sucks. He's a horrible character. He's garbage. One of the worst. He costs too much. He's a horrible. I'm putting him in trash. I'm putting him at the bottom. I'm putting him at the bottom of the list. He's garbage. He's horrible. I hate everything about him. He shouldn't even be in the game. I like his design. He looks cool. I like some of his movesets. I like the way he attacks. Great power character. He deserves better super armor, though. I hate him with my whole chest. Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta should have better moves. Finish line explosive wave is nothing to anybody. It is worthless. You can pick GT Goku and this character and have one other character. You really could, but you know what's better? Just to pick outright Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. And there's no reason to actually pick this character. I'm going to put him at the bottom of mid tier. Because there's no real reason unless you really like him. Unless you are just goated with his skill set and are just great at the game at a fundamental level. But this list is for like newer people. So no. Vegeta Super! Best version of Vegeta. Like just best version of Vegeta right here. This Vegeta actually has some merit to him. I'm putting him in high tier. He actually has some merit to him. He's fun. Limits break, I break them. Just great move. I know pushover, great moves. Gamma burst flash, all good moves. Final God explosion. Great overall. I feel like he should have evolution as well, like the form where he does evolution as well. But that I digress. I really digress. This form is okay. Not if he had an unblockable super, I would put him in top tier, but because he doesn't, I'm putting him in high tier. If he had an unblockable super, he'd complete with his brother. This guy's a top tier. Holy is he a top tier. He's nuts. I don't think his ki blast end. He is a nutso psychotic character. Gigantic Hammer is unblockable. You cannot block it. It's just crazy. Eraser Cannon, great ball move. Omega Blaster is an unblockable. You hate to see it. This character's good. Would I switch over to this character if I'm desperate and want to play with a power character? For sure. I like this character because he feels ridiculous. He just feels goofy. He's at high tier. He's just a high tier. He's not top tier, but he is a high tier. He's a high tier. Put him at the little lower spectrum of high tier. This character is top tier. I don't even know if I gotta talk about Ultra Instinct Goku really. What is there to say about Ultra Instinct Goku? What is there to say? Amazing movement, great speed, ultra movement, no backing down, instant sparking, ultimate barrage that instantly teleports, one of the craziest, same as hits, just a great move. Supreme Kamehameha, which is somehow worse than ultra barrage. Top tier. Same with Jiren. Jiren's a crazy character too. Jiren goes nuts, straight as absolute keystorm, which is a great way to get people up off you. Great character, just a top tier. Beerus. Now, I'm gonna justify my hate of Beerus. I'm gonna justify this. I'm gonna justify this. I think because Beerus is so nonchalant, they put the sleep move on Beerus. I feel like Beerus should have snack time. I feel like Beerus should have an auto weave. Super Spear of Destruction does a crazy amount of damage. You can end matches in years with that. The instant sparking is great. Spear of Destruction is fine. However, because of the nonchalant nature of the character overall, I don't like the character because he costs too much. But he's great, right? But I'm not putting him in top tier. I will put him at the top of high tier because of the utility of DP battle mode of what he isn't worth it. Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta is the only 10 character that I would actively put in DP battle mode. He's it. I would pick him. I would pick Fidel. I would pick Hercule, and I would pick Master Roshi. That is a team I would pick. Because Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta is disgusting. He is a disgustingly fast, powerful, broken, nonsensical character, and I'm pretty sure Ultra Big Bang Kamehameha is unblockable. He is nuts. He is one of the strongest in the game. But he's not strong in the base Kappa. Let's go. Anyways, this character is good. Stardust Barrier is a great reflector. I've seen it used in great utility. I've been using it in great utility. He's a great utility character. I would never, I mean, it's in a serious way, never pick him outside of single battle mode. He's a high tier for sure though. And then we have Vegito Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan right here. He's great. He's fast. He's amazing. The Omega Fishy Blow is fine. He's fun. Most people are probably going to pick the After Image Strike version, but this version is should also get some love. So Blue Vegito, I'm gonna put him in high tier. You're not as good as your much better version, but that's okay. Yes, I'm putting SSG Goku in. I'll put him low tier. He's okay. Wiz, this is gonna sound nuts and a little bit psychotic. Wiz is a horrible character. You can say the Prelude to Destruction has great tracking. You can say Epilogue of Destruction is a great rush move. You can say Symphonic Destruction is super cool, but you can block it. Snack Time isn't worth the cost of your skill gauge. Barrier is not worth the cost of your skill gauge. I'm literally going to put Wiz, even in single battle mode, in trash tier. That's where I'm going to put him. Basic Dog Gohan is just... I don't like Basic Dog Gohan, and Vegeta's SSJ Super is mid tier. So that is my tier list of characters. This probably is not going to change for quite some time, unless they do like a crazy balance patch for all the characters. This is how I feel about the characters. If you are curious about my reasonings, hopefully I gave a decent enough reasoning for the characters, but this is how I feel about the characters. If you're asking about specifics of DP battle mode, I made a video on how to construct a team already and stuff like that. I already made a bunch of videos on how to do that. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I am out. Peace. Bye.